Okay. Hello after the break. Woo! Okay. Let me introduce Mishka. I met Mishka how many years ago? 3 years ago? Something like that.
No, more, four.
At one of the events like that, but in a dodgy place, really dark. She was having a presentation, we had a chat. Yeah, and it was the beginning of a nice friendship, I would call it that. And Mishka was working in two very famous startups. One of them is famous for a long time, and it's an American startup. It's Yelp. And another one is becoming famous right now, and it's called Kiwi. And I know Kiwi before Mishka started to work there. The name was Skypicker. Oliver the founder of the startup, came here to Katowicach, and I was talking to him. We had a discussion panel at Business Link, and what's your life like? How are you working in Brno? How is the life? He said, like, I'm working all the time. I'm sleeping at home. The home is my office. I have 30 guys on the board. I work all the time, during the night, during the day. Sometimes every maybe third week I come to my parents, but I still take my laptop with myself. And I think I got it. And I said, man, your website, your web app has perfect interface. It looks amazing, works amazing. And he said, but now I really know what's my business model, and I really know how to scale it up. So after 2 years, I think this startup is pretty scaled up, and we are not talking about startup, but we are talking about big business, and I think it's doing better than Yelp.
Yeah.
So okay, without further talking, I will just give my mic to Mishka.
Dziękuję. Wow, no pressure after two such big speakers. I was standing in the back and I was thinking everything that is wrong with my presentation that you just said. So we can count the mistakes. Whoever comes the closest, drink on me. But I'm really here to present the Kiwi story because it's an amazing one, and I'm very honored to be part of this cool journey. So this is the guy that David was talking about. They really were sleeping in the office and working non-stop, and it really did pay off. Actually, who knows what Kiwi is doing? Yay, you did your homework. Okay, and for the rest, we're selling flights, but it's a little bit more complex than that. We're doing virtual interlining, which means that we're combining flights of companies that normally don't work together. Of course, you can go and buy your flight with Wizz Air and then open the next tab and buy your flight with Lufthansa. But if Wizz Air is late, rescheduled, or cancelled, you lose your Lufthansa flight as well. So what we do, we combine these two for you, and we give you KiwiCom guarantee. So if you have a schedule change, flight cancellation, or flight delay, we will take care of you and we will get you to the end destination. I feel a little bit like a Robocop, sorry about that. So yes, they started in a little flat in Brno, and right now we're 1,400 people. Talented employees worldwide. As you can see, we have offices all over the place. We're still missing one in Poland, just a thought. We are booking about 7,000 flights per day, bookings per day. All the numbers that we say are per day. The one that you had was wrong. We never put numbers in year because you can never really predict what is the next year going to be like, and the last year doesn't really apply anymore. And the turnover is about 2.5 million euros per day. Big part of the employees in many of the offices are customer support. So if you have a schedule change and all those things that we were talking about, you have a real person taking care of you. And where did I come into this? So yeah, I was in Yelp before. I'm really, really in love with TEDx and all TED videos. You can ask me about my favorite ones. I can go on forever. And before I was building an energy company, which was not a startup, but I did build a subsidiary in Czech Republic, so I really love to build things. And I got very excited about, this is the wrong font. This is the example of the wrong font. But just look at the story there. I got really excited about Oliver's mission, and that is to be the one-stop shop for everything travel related. So, an AI tells you that there is a prolonged weekend, there is a day off, and the flights are actually really cheap to Copenhagen, or you like classical music and there is a festival nearby. We will tell you all about it, and we will give you everything that you need, not just a flight, but you can check your itinerary, you can book a taxi. We will tell you, okay, we see where you are and your flight is in 2 hours. Like either we call your taxi or you get on subway right now, which is really handy. Like I would totally love that with my time management. And then when you come to the airport, there is you can skip the queue with us. You can go to the lounge. We will show you where the best food is. When you come to the destination, we will get you taxi again or subway or whatever, hotel, and then we will book your romantic dinner. That's my favorite one. Until you get all the way home, and we'll take care of everything. Shopping, insurance, your visa, everything. And so that's a little bit that's what I'm doing. I'm the head of ancillary team. I'm doing everything that is non-flight related. We're negotiating the best deals for visas, insurance, cars, lounges. We're even developing a way how you can travel without your suitcase. Either you will come to your hotel room and your favorite clothes will be there because we'll buy it for you, or we will somehow ship the suitcase. It's way harder than I thought. You can check out everything that you can do with our app and with our search engine. But for example, you can, within one booking, book a trip around the world. And the Norwegian guys did it. We have videos how they were like hopping from plane to plane, taking great pictures, eating amazing food around the world. And you can do this in one booking, and we will take care of you. We will make sure that you will get on the next flight safe. Yeah, and as I was talking about all the employees that we've got, they're really, really amazing. Like we are 900 in Brno and a lot around the world. But we have really great ratings, so you just can feel safe that if anything goes wrong on the way, you have a real person talking to you, and the Trustpilot points, or whatever you call it, reviews are a proof of it. So what is the next thing? So I showed you the little journey with the wrong font, but Oliver's vision for 2017, so like we're getting to the end, so just watch it. We're really gonna make it, is to add ground transportation, especially in Europe. Sometimes it's so much easier to get around with the train. If you think about how I get to the airport, how long in advance should I be there, and so maybe if you take a train and a bus, you'll be there faster. So we are adding that to our search. Stay tuned. And the ultimate goal is to cooperate with all the airlines. Actually, right now we're cooperating with 700, and we want to cooperate with all of them. Be able to connect any city in the world, offer shortest transfer time, and have the fastest algorithm, as well as give you all the opportunities of booking your travel within everything that you need for your travel. These guys are really disrupting the industry. They're doing amazing things, and it's because they want to bring travel industry back to customers. Right now, why do we pay so much for one-way flight? Why is it cheaper to book both ways, or even cheaper to buy 4 flights if you want to fly 2? We really want to disrupt the industry and see and bring the and just give the customers the opportunity to know what they're actually paying for. Thank you. Thank you for your time. All the questions on the bar.
Okay. Do you guys have any questions? How is working with PKP doing regarding the plans in 2017? Because I heard that there is a big company in Czech Republic called Leo Express, and they are now rolling out their trains in Poland, and it took them some time. The guy,
They even bought new trains.
They bought
for
new
that,
trains,
yeah.
And they said like this guy, the Leo guy is not much older than us. He's running the company, and he said like it was the worst nightmare. He was traveling to Warsaw every day in his pajama, and talking with PKP took a lot of time. Okay, so Kiwi, did you started from your market in Czech Republic and then expanded globally, or you started?
I think they went global from the very beginning.
I have a question. If you can share it in any way, what is the investment story of the startup? Because I do believe you, or rather, I should ask, when was the first time when it was obvious that this is something that can scale up? And I'm not talking about the founder, who was most possibly at the very beginning. He knew from the very beginning, because that's how we believe startups should work. So was there any kind of investment pitching or outside investment coming into the whole idea?
Yes, there are several investors, and they came in gradually. And I think the first one was mostly a friend that just saw these crazy guys, and he fell in love with what they were doing. And from that on, it took a more serious stage. Yeah, but from what I see right now, it's mostly investors knocking on our doors, and guys are choosing. So yeah, I'm not sure if they were that good in pitching.
And what is your role in TV?
I'm the head of ancillary team, so I'm in charge of everything that is non-flight related. So that's the next stage. We're really good with flights. We really found the niche on the market, and now my kind of easy role is to find the same niche but somewhere else.
Okay, was the rebranding difficult or not? Did it pay off?
It definitely did pay off, and it was the beginning of building our own brand and really selling through our own webpage and building our own mobile app. And that's where my role became more important, because you can sell more services when you have your own brand than when you're selling through partners. And from what I heard, it was quite a roller coaster, yeah. Until they did, but it was definitely successful.
I have a question. So how do you secure or make sure that these interconnecting flights work here? Because I guess, I've been a couple of times stuck when one airline was late, and then if you don't have them on the same ticket, then you are screwed, kind of. Yeah? So how do you make that work? Because you insure it somehow, or
it's all about algorithms, and we're calculating how much time do you need on which airport, and also we're calculating which airline tends to be late. So we have a little margin of time, but we're of course trying to shorten it.
Our airline is always late. So.
Yeah, so we know that, and we put that into our data. And if it doesn't work out, then we're taking the risk.
Okay, so then you basically put aside some money to buy a new flight ticket?
Exactly, yes.
Because I'm flying to, let's say, Lufthansa, and from Krakow, it's always foggy in the morning.
Yeah.
Considering this, or because I once needed to go to Italy with a stop in Munich, ended up arriving 12 hours later, going over to Düsseldorf, Frankfurt, and Bologna.
Oh God.
Still with Lufthansa, so let's say it was.
Did they give you some snacks?
Yes, that's 10 euro the bar, let's say. But if I would go with Visa or somebody else, my question is: do you have an agreement, because you are working with 7,000 or 700 airlines? Yeah. do you have already agreement with them that they all somehow take a risk that you are for them a big customer because you are bringing a bunch of customers? So you are discussing with them, okay, you are late, you're giving us discount, or you are just taking the risk on your side?
We have different commercial agreements with different airlines, but I believe that no one really gives us any favors for when they're late or not. So the European law says that if you're late more than 2 hours, if the carrier is later than 2 hours, then you get the compensation. And otherwise, we are counting into all the possibilities, whether the flight is going to be late or not, and then we're taking the risk.
Perhaps last question. How many of all of those people are working in customer service?
Smaller half, and a huge chunk of those are like from the second half, a big part are developers that are trying to make the job of the other half easier and automate it.
Okay, a question connected with your future of the plan, because you're trying to go in the public transport. If we are talking about flights, okay, it's more or less regulated, plus some restrictions, low restrictions, but in the kind of area of work, we have some places where, let's say, timetable is rather a suggestion than real one. So how do you deal with the problem?
We're not talking about public transport. It's about, let's say, national railways. And if you are talking about German railways or Swiss railways, that's kind of a safe bet. You know, you can really work with that.
So in Asia, you don't...
For the moment, we're starting with these secure ones, and then we'll see how it works. But of course, it's a higher risk to take a train in Belarus and then be able to catch a flight in somewhere there. So we're starting with the safer carriers, and we will expand more and see what our risks are.
I have a question as well.
Oh God.
So I don't know if this is a question to you or maybe to Joseph, who is also here. Are you here? Oh yes, you're here. So from the beginning I saw Skypicker. It was the amazing app. If you compare Skypicker to whatever there was on the market, like Kiwi or whatever there, it was like really good design, neat interface in comparison to crap. But the future of interface is no interface. Have you considered, like, I don't know, voice recognition and that kind of chatbots and this kind of way to interact with the
I can answer that, huh?
Yeah?
I'm here for that.
I'm sorry.
Yes, we are developing AI. We are developing a really cool chatbot. We have a team dedicated to that, and we are totally up on the wave of new technology. So definitely, chatbot soon.
Okay. Great.
Next year.
Next year. Wasn't on the menu, on the roadmap.
I also have a question about the artificial intelligence
Yes.
invention you're using when it comes to recommendation. So I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about how do you get data from? Because you said that, for instance, when somebody is interested in music or has any other hobby, you make recommendation that, for instance, when he's in Copenhagen or Oslo
Yeah.
or some others.
So for the moment, we are showing you the best dates and the best price. And the future is really by tagging the destinations. You know, you tag Copenhagen with music, wine, and snow. And after that, when we know what you like, we will just suggest that to you. But it's like it's really simple from the beginning, and you can elaborate on that. So yeah, you can scroll and choose from your preferences. Like I want to go biking, and I want sea, and we will suggest Mallorca for you within your budget. Yeah. So that's how you start, right? And then we'll have this super intelligent chatbot that will read your mind next year.
Or just, have a plug into your social media and get all data.
Exactly, yeah.
Thanks.
So all the other questions on the bar?
Yeah.
Are we good with that?
Thank you.